These are pupils of Chai Primary School in Machakos County. They are all excited to have visitors in their school, and the look on their faces is a clear indication of a future and a hope. This is the same school that one Rosemary Nzembi, the founder and director of Twinkle Little Stars International, schooled many years ago. Though the conditions in which she grew up were not all that favorable, Rosemary did not allow anything or anyone to stand in her way. She beat all odds and even managed to further her studies in the US, where she studied information technology and eventually got her first employment.
And as a child, I had very many challenges as do today's children. I was born and raised by a single mother and a grandmother. Hardly saw my mother, but once a month, which was it affected my self-esteem as a child. For the most part, we'd come to school without food. We didn't have lunch. We went to school barefoot. Came to school without books, without pens. Just the same common problems that I'm seeing with kids today. But even though I grew up in such a background, I was raised on a very firm Christian foundation. And by the time I completed high school, I had completely changed my mindset and believed that I could become anything that I could ever dream of. And I would tell kids, my friends in school, even I could tell my family that one day when I grow up, I'm going to be such a big person. One day when I grow up, I'm going to fly overseas. I didn't even know where overseas was. And I just used to dream of things out there.
It is during one of her visits home that she learned the hardships school kids were going through to attain an education, despite the fact that primary education is free. As a token of appreciation to the community that brought her up with so much commitment, Rosemary initiated the Twinkle Little Stars International, a charity organization that provides kids with academic and spiritual learning materials, nurturing hope through counseling, vocational training programs, school supplies, basic nutrition, and social activities.
When I noticed how blessed I was, just being able to be in the US and achieving such a huge dream, I knew that I had to do something to bring that hope back here and hopefully to inspire some children to keep on dreaming and not to lose hope just the fact that they find themselves in compromising situations. And so I started the program Twinkle Little Stars in 2005. And that's when I first made my first trip here. It was a simple Christmas project. I thought it was simple, but when I came here and saw how much impact it was having in the community, I knew I had to do something better and greater, and especially to inspire them in the area of education and character development. So I went back to the US and I formed the organization with a few friends, and we started Twinkle Little Stars Incorporated, which is a non-profit organization based in Dallas, US. And from then on, we started working with different schools. I had to identify immediate schools, and that was Chai Primary School, which was my former primary school, and Matitani Primary School, which is a sister school. So since then, we've been working with them and a few other schools that are in the surrounding areas, and we've been working with them, providing a few children with school uniform, with school shoes, and other supplies like pens and paper and bags and school library like what we have behind me.
At the heart of every child's experience is the desire to survive and prosper, to live without fear, hunger, or suffering. But many families in rural Kenya struggle with the reality of surviving on less than $1 a day, and as a result, many kids lose hope in life. Through the program and initiative, the beneficiaries are mentored and provided with basic tools for success.
We have been having kids compete for annual sponsorship. What we do is we have them compete on an essay. They write an essay that shows what their dreams are in life, what they would like to become in life. We combine that with their class performance records. We combine that with the class teacher recommendation letter, and we look at their overall conduct and character. And then we review based on the budget that we have for that year. We may be able to do 5 kids this year. Next year we may be able to do 15 or 10 kids. Just depends on the budget. But we take the best out of those, the best essays, the best performance in class, the best recommendation letters, and overall conduct. And we provide them whatever they need, including paraffin and lamp to study at night. That is also helping them with night studies, which a lot of them have been challenged with before.
During the first half of 2011, Rosemary spearheaded the establishment of library facilities at 2 primary schools, Chai and Matetani respectively. A team of volunteers from US and Kenya traveled to the village and worked tirelessly alongside the locals to ensure the success of the project.
Madam Nzembi has donated some books for the library, and we are very happy we are using them. Yeah, and these are the books with which the children are reading, and they have assisted to enable the pupils to read fluently, to write good compositions, and also to do well in comprehension.
My whole point, my whole goal in doing this was to eradicate poverty in a practical manner. I didn't want to encourage them on handouts. I wanted to encourage them on working hard to get whatever they needed, to get wherever they needed to go, because it's the same way I did it. And if I was able to walk on the same paths that they did, sit in the same classrooms they sat in, and I was able to emerge the person that I have become today, then I believed that they too could. And I wanted to use my life as a living testimony. I wanted to use it as a practical example and come and talk to them personally.
Looking at the faces of the students, it is evident that they are all excited to place their books on the newly constructed library shelves. Since its inception about 6 years ago, the program has helped many at-risk children stay in school, regain their dreams, and regain a high self-esteem. The school's dropout rate have reduced by about 40%, with most of their academic performance improving by more than 60% within the last 3 years, and so has their moral conduct.
And I'm noticing that a lot of them are coming out more openly now. They can express themselves. They're improving on their grades. They're dreaming more. And with this library that we established last year, for example, I'm noticing that a lot of kids are spending so much time studying. They're more excited about life. They're more excited about being in school, and even their language expression is really, really improving.
Premature pregnancies among schoolgirls are almost down to zero among the communities that have benefited from the program.
A lot of children's self-esteem is really going up. Their confidence level is really rising because they do something, they get an incentive for it, and that makes them feel somebody. They feel like they're somebody. Because if they come from compromising backgrounds at home and they come to school and they work so hard and they get nothing, I've noticed that was becoming a little discouraging on their part. But with me sharing my experiences with them in a practical manner, they know me now and they know I'm from this area.
To Rosemary, this is a dream come true, and though she has encountered a lot of challenges along the way, she is determined to reach out to more kids in the community and put a smile on their faces.
We've been met with a few challenges here. The logistics of me being in the US and my programs being in Kenya has been very challenging for me. And even though I had local support, it was still very hard to get the concept right here on the ground. So I've recently decided that I want to spend more time on the ground so I can get this more implemented and get more people trained here. So I recently, last year, I quit my job with corporate America, which was a very good job that I had. And I quit that to pursue the passion of my heart, and that's to be here. So I've been in Kenya since January 2012 and until now, and I'm still working on this. And one of the areas that I'm finding a big challenge is communications around, logistics of getting things around and even getting the right paperwork that you need to put things together. Working with parents, it's been challenging. They're yet to embrace the concept of a library and the need for their kids to spend more time in school studying, and the need for the kids to spend time here even doing night studies. We don't have lights in the school, so even though this library is doing some work and my initiative is helping the community, there's still a lot to be done in the community to get a full buy-in from the local authorities are very supportive, but the parents are yet to embrace the whole idea. I thank the teachers for one, because they've been very supportive.
Quoting former US President Teddy Roosevelt, Rosemary reminds that if everyone would commit to doing what they can with what they have and where they are, we would all be heroes.
And one thing I would like to encourage local teachers, parents, and even students is to work hard, to focus on their dreams, and the kids not to lose hope. It doesn't matter where they are in life. They can go wherever they want to go if they keep their eyes on the prize.
Josephine Wawera, GBS.